ever dream of turning like just a few $100 into millions?
Yeah.
Well, today we're diving deep into the story of Karthik.
Okay.
Who did just that. Built not one, not two, but 4
Wow.
successful e-commerce businesses.
Yeah. That's impressive.
And get this, he did it all without relying on traditional advertising. So if you're at all interested in e-commerce side hustles, or just, I don't know, you admire a good underdog story.
Yeah, who doesn't?
This one is absolutely packed with insights.
It's easy to get caught up in that whole rags to riches thing.
Yeah.
But what really fascinates me about Karthik's journey is like the strategic thinking.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't just stumble into millions. He built a system.
Right.
And that's what we're going to unpack today.
Love that.
Yeah.
And we've got some great sources here to kind of help us paint a picture of this guy.
Okay.
And, you know, they all kind of point to the same thing. You know?
How's that?
This guy was hustling from day one. I mean, even back in his college years, it was just this whirlwind of like entrepreneurial experiments, promotions, discount cards.
You're interesting.
Even a storage business.
It's a great reminder that success, you know, it rarely comes from just the single linear path.
Right. Absolutely.
His early ventures may not have made him millions, but, you know, they probably provided a ton of like really valuable experience, and I bet revealed some key strengths and interests he like later capitalized on.
Right. Totally.
Yeah.
And amidst all of that, he and his co-founder, Luke, they launched this this custom apparel business targeting fraternities and sororities. And this was the one that really started to gain some traction.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Pulled in like $50,000 their first year and doubled it the next.
That's amazing.
And they were still in school.
The work ethic is undeniable.
It's unreal.
But I think it's important to look beyond just the hustle.
Okay.
Even in these early stages, there's like hints of his strategic thinking.
All right.
Like focusing on a niche like frats and sororities.
Yeah.
Allowed them to target their efforts, build a loyal customer base.
Exactly. It's smart.
It's like they were like testing the waters of niche dominance right from the start.
Totally. Okay, so imagine this. Karthik graduates. Lands a job at Amazon.
Woo! Nice.
Sounds pretty stable, right?
For sure.
Most people will probably ease up on the side hustle.
Yeah, take a break, right.
But not Karthik.
Of course not. This guy's a machine.
He was pulling overnight shifts at Amazon.
I know.
While still pouring every spare moment he had into his business.
That's where that immigrant grind mentality that he always talks about, it really comes into play.
Totally.
But it's not just, you know, working hard, right?
Right.
It's about having a vision.
Yeah.
And being willing to make sacrifices to achieve it.
Yeah.
Like Karthik, he recognized the potential, right?
Totally.
Of his business. And he was determined to make it work, even if it meant pushing himself to the absolute limit.
Yeah. And for 2.5 years, he lived on like barely any sleep, juggling this demanding job with these, you know, entrepreneurial ambitions.
It sounds exhausting, honestly.
It sounds exhausting, but clearly it paid off.
Yeah.
So in 2016, he takes this leap of faith, quits Amazon.
Wow.
Moves to LA to focus on the business full time.
That's a big move.
Huge move.
I mean, that decision, bold as it was, it wasn't taken lightly.
Of course not.
By that point, you know, the business was generating good revenue, and he had a proven track record.
Yeah.
He was confident, you know?
Yeah.
He was confident in his ability to scale it, and he was willing to bet on himself.
Yeah.
And it seemed like, you know, things were falling into place.
Right.
But then they get hit with this major curveball.
Oh, no.
A $40,000 licensing bill.
Ugh.
They were not prepared for that.
And this highlights a crucial lesson for any entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Right. The importance of financial planning and anticipating like potential challenges.
Yeah.
Because even with a thriving business, unexpected expenses, they just
they come up.
They pop up.
Yeah.
And without a financial cushion, I mean, it could be
devastating.
It could be devastating. Yeah. I mean, they were basically staring down bankruptcy.
I can't even imagine.
But instead of giving up, they negotiated a payment plan
Smart.
and somehow managed to keep the business afloat.
Talk about resilience.
It's unbelievable.
Absolutely. It's a testament to their problem-solving skills and their belief in the business. You know, they could have easily walked away, but they chose to persevere.
Yeah.
And that decision, ultimately, it shaped their future success.
Wild.
It's
this setback, I mean, it could have derailed their entire journey.
Yeah.
But it seems like it kind of fueled their determination even more.
It's like, they didn't just recover. It's like they took it and they built.
They took it and ran with it, yeah.
Not one, not two.
Not even three.
But four.
4 thriving brands.
It's crazy.
Greek House, College Thread, Threadly, Athlete's Thread.
Wow.
Each catering to this, like specific niche within this, like.
It's a prime example of what I like to call strategic diversification.
I like it, okay.
You know, by expanding into these related but distinct niches, right?
Yeah.
He minimized his risk. So if one market segment, you know, went down.
Right.
The others could provide a buffer. Very savvy approach to building like a sustainable business by playing the long game, right?
And speaking of savvy, okay, let's talk about how he managed to secure over 300 college licenses.
300?
Over 300? That's
insane.
A massive competitive advantage, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely.
Imagine trying to break into that market when someone else already has like exclusive rights to produce merchandise for hundreds of universities.
It's a brilliant example of creating like a moat.
A moat.
Yeah, around your business. It's a term they use in investing.
Okay, yeah.
You know, to describe like a company's competitive advantage.
Gotcha.
You know, and it's not these licenses weren't just handed to him, you know. It took time, negotiation, and probably like a deep understanding of the whole licensing process.
Totally. Okay, so let's break down his 4 pillars of success.
Okay.
Because this is where I think, you know.
This is the good stuff. The meat of it all.
Yeah, the meat of the story is, first up, niche dominance. We already touched on this, but securing those licenses, huge part of it.
Yeah.
What else did he do to really own those markets?
Well, I mean, he didn't just rely on exclusivity.
Right.
He also went like above and beyond in terms of like customer experience.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, guaranteed 2 to 3 day shipping.
Wow.
Under 4-hour response times.
That's unheard of.
Right.
Pretty much, yeah.
In a market where customer expectations, you know, are constantly rising, that kind of service, it's a major differentiator.
Yeah. It's like they were setting a new standard.
Right. For customer service in that space.
Right.
And that leads perfectly into the second pillar.
Okay.
Customer obsession.
Okay, there it is.
It sounds like it was like baked into their entire business model.
Absolutely, yeah. It wasn't just like fast shipping. It was like building relationships and exceeding expectations.
You got it.
I mean, you know, using custom packaging and neck labels, that added this, like personal touch.
Absolutely.
That really resonated with their audience.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, mainly students and young adults.
It's like they understood that. You know, it's not just about selling a product.
Totally.
It's about creating an experience.
Yeah, and they nailed it with their branding and social media strategy as well.
Oh, yeah.
This is the third pillar, right?
Yes. Branding, social media presence.
Yeah.
Crucial.
Especially when you're targeting a younger demographic.
Absolutely. And Karthik, he recognized that early on. You know, instead of just slapping a logo on a shirt, they created this whole brand identity that resonated with their target audience.
Right. This is like
it's a sense of community, belonging, school spirit.
And they didn't rely on those stuffy, corporate marketing tactics. They had like a young team that really understood how to connect with students on social media.
That authenticity. Yeah. It's key.
Right.
In an age of, you know, influencers and targeted ads.
Oh, yeah?
Consumers, especially younger generations, they're skeptical of traditional marketing. They crave authenticity.
Right.
And Karthik's approach.
Yes.
Nailed it.
Okay. And now for the most intriguing pillar, all right? The one that I'm sure has our listeners on the edge of their seats.
Yeah.
The no ads strategy.
Right.
Building a multi-million-dollar business without spending a dime on advertising. It sounds
impossible.
Almost impossible. Yeah. But somehow He pulls it off.
This is where Karthik truly challenged conventional marketing wisdom. Now, no ads doesn't mean zero marketing, right?
Right.
He was still very strategic about getting his brand in front of the right people.
Totally. So, what was his secret sauce?
Yeah.
The sources mention personalized cold email outreach, affiliate and ambassador programs, and this focus on B2B sales.
Let's unpack those.
All right, let's do it.
First, cold email outreach. This might sound, I don't know, a little old school, but he made it work by focusing on personalization and building genuine relationships.
So instead of
blasting out generic emails, he took the time to research potential customers, understand their needs, craft tailored messages.
That personal touch it probably made.
It makes a huge difference. It's easy to ignore, a generic sales email.
Totally.
But a message that shows, genuine interest.
Right, great.
Understanding.
It's like you're actually
way more like
talking to me.
To get a response.
Okay, I like it.
And then there are, the affiliate and ambassador programs.
Yeah.
These are so powerful.
Especially
when you're targeting, a niche like students.
Yeah.
So he leveraged student athletes, influencers, to spread the word about his brand.
So smart.
Yeah.
It's like they're tapping into
those existing networks and communities.
It's brilliant. Leveraging the power of
word of mouth.
Social proof.
Social proof.
You got it.
Yeah.
And instead of chasing these individual sales, he went after bigger fish.
Yeah.
With this,
the B2B approach. Targeting entire organizations, departments within universities.
That's awesome.
So instead of, selling one T-shirt at a time, he was securing bulk orders for,
I love that.
Entire frat sororities, sports teams, academic departments.
This not only increased revenue, right, but it also built brand visibility and loyalty within these organizations.
Okay, so we covered niche dominance, customer obsession, branding and social media, and the no ads strategy.
Shit's amazing. Yeah.
All incredibly insightful and actionable takeaways for our listeners. But there's this one final piece of the puzzle I want to touch on.
Yeah, what's that?
This immigrant grind mentality.
Oh, yeah, this is more than just a catchy phrase.
Right.
It reflects his personal values and drive. He often talks about watching his parents, work tirelessly to build a life for their family after immigrating to India. That experience, it instilled in him a deep work ethic and a belief in the power of perseverance. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like this powerful reminder that our experiences, they
shape us.
They shape our perspectives. Yeah.
Yeah. Can be a source of immense strength.
For sure.
And it's clear that this grind mentality combined with, his strategic approach.
It played a huge role.
It played a significant role in his success.
Definitely. It's not just about, working hard. It's about working smart.
Working smart, yeah.
Karthik's story is a testament to that.
Okay.
He didn't just hustle blindly. He identified opportunities, carefully crafted his approach, and executed his plans with precision.
And what's inspiring is that he doesn't gatekeep his knowledge.
Right.
He openly shares his journey.
Yeah.
And encourages others to just go for it.
That's so important.
There's no magic formula, he says, just a willingness to put in the work and a belief in your vision.
That's such a crucial point because too often, aspiring entrepreneurs, they get caught up in this analysis paralysis.
Totally, yeah.
Waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect plan.
Right, yeah.
But sometimes the most important step is to just start.
Just start, right.
Learn as you go.
Yeah.
Adjust course along the way.
Totally. He also emphasizes the importance of building genuine relationships.
Oh, for sure.
And providing, exceptional customer service.
Absolutely.
It's a reminder that
in today's market, you've got to build trust and loyalty. You know what I mean?
It's paramount.
It's so easy to get caught up in the technical aspects of building a business, right? the websites, the marketing funnels, the algorithms, but ultimately, it's about connecting with people, understanding their needs, and delivering, real value.
Totally. So we covered a lot of ground here, like from his early days.
It's been quite a journey.
To his no ads strategy.
I know, right?
And the 4 pillars.
It's great.
It's a story that's, I don't know, it's both inspiring.
Yeah.
And packed with insights.
It challenges, everything you think you know about what it takes to, succeed.
Right.
I mean, his story, it shows that, creativity, strategic thinking, and a deep understanding of your audience, it can be just as powerful as, a massive marketing budget.
Absolutely. And it leaves us with a lot to ponder, Yeah. Like, what's one unconventional approach that you could take in your own pursuits?
Like, what's a no ads strategy that could work for you?
Yeah. What's a niche that you could dominate,
These are the questions I hope our listeners take away from this deep dive.
Yeah, this deep dive.
His journey, it shows us that the path to success, it's not always linear or predictable.
Right.
It's about, finding what works for you, leveraging your unique strengths, and having the courage to carve your own path.
We'd love to hear your thoughts. What resonated with you most from Karthik's story?
What's the one takeaway you're going to apply in your own life or business?
Yeah. Share your insights, your aha moments with us on social media.
Yeah.
And let's keep this conversation going.
Because every successful entrepreneur was once someone with a dream.
Totally.
And the willingness to take that first step.
It's true.
Who knows? Maybe you're the next Karthik, just waiting to unleash your potential.